Can we have your attention, please? Okay, my name, since this is the holiday season, my name is Santa Claus. These are all my elves. And this building is our holiday present to all the wrestlers and cheerleaders in Woodbridge Township. So let me tell you a story about how this all came out. So the Hess Company, which for years was our biggest taxpayer, owned a lot of stuff all over town. The Hess Company was acquired by another bigger company, and they started dividing the companies up, and they sold the gas stations to the company over there. They sold the building to the Turnpike Authority. They sold the terminals behind us here to Buckeye Pipeline. And now they're working on selling land to another company. So they needed our help. They needed our help a lot because we cooperated with them tremendously. And frankly, that enabled them to get maximum value for all the things they were selling. They made a lot of money because we were very good to them. And all we said was, I want Milos Hall. Because I knew, and we all knew, that the two sports in our town that don't get a lot of attention, don't get a lot of gym space, they're the last ones. You got to go to cafeterias, you got to go to classrooms, you got to lug mats all over the place. I've seen wrestling take place in cafeterias, and I've seen cheerleading take place anywhere people can lay down a mat. So we wanted to get a place where wrestlers could have a permanent home and cheerleaders could have a permanent home, and that's what Milos Hall is now. From this night forward, this is a place where wrestlers and cheerleaders have a permanent place to go, to practice, to have meets, to have competitions, to have matches. This is the place for all you guys on the wrestling teams and all you guys on the girls on the cheerleading teams. I want to introduce all my elves. First of all, Councilman Kyle Anderson, Recreation Director Vito Simaluca, Councilman Corey Spiller, Councilwoman Lisbeth De Jesus, Councilwoman Nancy Drum, John Cook, who we just hired about 6 weeks ago to run this place. He's got a long history working with youth in our town in St. Cecilia's and in St. John Vianney. Councilman Brian Small, Deputy Recreation Director Brian Molnar, Councilman Greg Ficara, Assistant Recreation Director Paul Losick, former Councilman Jimmy Carroll, and Construction Manager Chris Costley. Aren't they a good-looking group of elves? And our Communications Director John Haggerty over there for putting together tonight's program. Thank you. Now, during the day, let's hear for this great team. Our day-to-day maintenance guy, Guy Namara. From our Recreation Council, John Galvin. The guy who runs the Woodbridge Basketball League, who's the happiest person here now because he gets more gym space for his teams, Angel De Jesus. Also from our Recreation Council, Chris Naroda. Now, during the day, hopefully starting in September, those two rooms there, they're two very big rooms, we are going to have a program for special needs adults over 21, like a daycare where they can come. A lot of times people with special needs go through the school system. The school covers them up until they're 21, then they don't get any programs through the school system anymore, and often people regress and they go back, and the things they learn they forget, and their lives just take a horrible turn for the worse unless they have a place to go. We're going to have a company called Our House come in and run this program for hopefully as many Woodbridge residents as possible. We've had a lot of people ask us about it and what can we do when our kids age out. That's what this is going to be. Former Councilman Jimmy Carroll is running that program, but that's not why we're here today, but that's an important part of this facility, and we'll have another announcement about that later on. It's also been available, and John's already booked at least the Woodbridge High School cheerleaders and the Colonia High School cheerleaders who will be here like right after school, 3 to 5 sometimes. It'll all be worked out, the schedule, but right now John's almost got this whole place booked. I think every night, Monday through Friday with a different cheerleading team, and of course the wrestlers can be here anytime they want. We got the Woodbridge Wrestling program is really one whole program for the entire town, which is great. This is a temporary mat, it's not the permanent mat. The permanent mat will be their color blue, and it'll have their logo on it. It'll be absolutely beautiful, so we're really looking forward to that. Now, before you leave tonight, And by the way, this place, as I said, was free, so we're going to spend some money on it. But when you figure we got the building and we got the land for free, that makes it all okay. Outside here, this is our building here. This is the parking lot. We are going to put what they call a level playing field. There's one in Roosevelt Park in Edison for special needs kids. It's a nice, hard rubber surface for them to go on. Wheelchairs can go on it. It's a great facility. It's going to be a combined baseball and soccer right outside. Which way? That way. Right outside that way. Next to that are going to be 2 tennis courts. There's no tennis courts around here that I know of. And 4 pickleball courts. Pickleball, it's hard to explain. It's a cross between ping pong and tennis. It's like ping pong on steroids. There's 4 courts. It's played mostly by seniors. It's a really cool sport. A hard ball, a hard racket, a small net, a couple sections, and you kind of play like ping pong except bigger. Everything's bigger. Next to that are going to be 4 volleyball courts, 2 sand and 2 hard surface. Next to that's going to be a playground. And then underneath the bridge over where there's still a soccer field, full-length soccer field, ultimately the bow-tie pool will be replaced by a spray park and a basketball court and a small kids soccer field. So this facility is going to be absolutely amazing by the time it's done. It's going to be a place that's going to redefine Port Reading. It's going to make the house values around here go up, because when you want to sell your house and somebody comes with young kids and they see this facility, they're going to want to live near here. So it's only going to help the property values all over Port Reading and Seawarren and the rest of the town. Now, we have a couple of people I'd like to say a few words. Councilman Kyle Anderson has been the president of the Island Giants for a long, long time. He's been involved with the not only the football program, but also the cheer program. So on behalf of the cheerleaders, I'd like Kyle to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, congratulations to everybody in the town, everybody that's here. I see the wrestlers here. You guys are really going to get... Hi, Tyler, how are you? And you guys are really going to get some great room to spread your wings. And Brian Crispy, a good friend of mine, is doing a great job, fantastic job of that program growing. And as these programs grow, you need space. Now, being a cheer dad, I knew exactly what my wife had to endure taking my daughters to cheer practice in East Brunswick or South Plainfield or what have you, and the girls having to raise money for gym time just so that they can get on a mat. It's nice that we can get into the middle schools, but then we can get out the basketball program. So we constantly shift everyone around to accommodate. This is going to make things a lot better for our facilities in Woodbridge Township. So I do want to congratulate that. The mayor did want me to speak to an initiative that our township had a few years ago. When I first became a councilman, we talked about how we could consolidate some of our programs to make sure that we offer really, really good programs for all of our kids. We've had meetings. Joe Beam over at Port Reading Saints has held meetings speaking to all of the programs to find out which programs need to merge, which programs don't need to merge, and to spearhead it, and to be the first one, since it was my thought, I reached out to a program not far from ours, Colonial Patriots, who are here and well represented. Reached out to them and asked about the possibility of coming together and bringing a program together, because last year, for example, they only had 2 levels of football, and we had 3 levels of football, but now with Pop Warner, you could have 6 levels of football, and kids would have to start in one program and then to find a level when they get older, and if you don't have, say, a Pee Wee team, you got to go and leave another program. So this enables an opportunity for kids to stay in one program and grow all the way through. We have a special award, I'm sure you all do. We call it an Always a Giant award. And every kid always wants to get that award when they graduate the program. So this will enable the kids that start with our new program, the Broncos. We took their blue and our orange, and we put together the blue and orange, and there we got the Broncos. But when we did that, we knew that we're thinking about the kid, not that the kid that's in our program, but maybe the kid that's like in preschool right now that wants to play football and wants to cheer and wants to do it for one program all the way through. So hopefully it will lead to good things and open up facility usage for other programs. and it also maybe encourage some other programs to consider should they encounter that time when they need to merge. So thank you. I just wanted to, give that information to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyle. All right, we got a lot of cheerleaders here. When I call your team name, let's hear it. Island Giants varsity, second place silver medal in the 2016 American Youth Cheer National Championship in Florida. Island Giants junior varsity, same thing, a second place silver medalist in Florida. Giants junior peewees, Giants mighty mites, Giants flag squad. Ford's Bearcats, third place 2016 Florida. Where's Colonia Patriot cheerleaders in the house? Island Giants Golden Knights senior team, Golden Knights junior team, Golden Knights youth team, Port Reading Saints varsity, Port Reading Saints peewee, Port Reading Saints junior peewee, Port Reading Saints mighty mites, Port Reading Saints flag squad, and my favorite squad in the whole town, and thank you for Port Reading Saints for running this, the Port Reading Saints Challenger Squad. Our special needs kids, what a great job they do. And now I'd like to call up the head of our Woodbridge Wrestling Club, Brian Christie, and see if you come up and say a few words. Let's hear it, boys.
To read off my little cheat sheet here. On behalf of Woodbridge Wrestling Club, I'd just like to personally thank Mayor McCormick, Vito Samaluca, the rec department, and everybody that was involved with this amazing facility. I also want to thank my e-board, my coaches, for everything they do. Without them, we obviously wouldn't have such a great wrestling program. But I am humbled that I am part of such a wonderful program and live in a community where the town gives back to the children. I'm glad we have a facility where our wrestlers can grow and prosper while building the foundations for our high school's wrestling programs. Thank you again, Mayor. I appreciate everything.
Thank you. All right, I think that wraps it up. Thank you all for coming out. I hope you guys really have a good time here. Really enjoy having a permanent home for your cheerleaders and for wrestlers. And now let's have all you guys spread out this way. We want you all to have a piece of the ribbon. We're going to cut the ribbon. We're going to count down from 5, guys. Are you all ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.